Hey, how you doing today? Thank y'all so much for dropping by. So, I decided, to start touching more on becoming successful, if you're a spiritual man, and the things to look out for so that you don't get messed over out here in the world, and toxic relationships, and who we should stay away from. Because I think when some people become successful, they probably don't have a lot of friends, because of jealousy, envy, or people don't like to share. Some people just like to be to themselves. you know they because they know most people, if you're around them, you have to pick and choose who you're around, because you do have some people that's going to be like down with you, like cool with you, and then you're going to have people that's trying to use you when you're highly successful. So if you're highly successful, you know it's just crazy people out here that will try to use you, abuse you, especially when it comes to women. So if it comes to women and you're a successful man, and let's just say you're riding around in a Mercedes-Benz, AMG, or AMG 63, AMG 53, AMG 43, and you pull up and you want to go out with some friends. So let's say you just want to hang out. You had a long week. You just want to go out, unwind, just live your best life. You had a long week, been working all week. And then you pull up to a spot, a little lounge or a kickback. You see some girls. The first thing coming to your mind, you're probably going to pick the baddest one, right? 9 times out of 10, you see a group of girls, you're going to pick the one that looks the best. And if she has her eye on you as well, she's probably been eyeballing you. Some girls play like they don't see a baller, shot caller, They try to pretend like they don't see you, but they just seen you roll up in a new $100,000, Mercedes-Benz. Now, note, she knows you're successful. If she know that you're successful, chances are some women are looking for a come up. So you got to be careful with these J-Bells out here, these Jezebel women. Especially when you're spiritual, you trust in the Lord, you walk by faith and not by sight. You can see things that regular people can't see. You maybe even can help some of your friends and say, hey man, that don't look like something we should mess with. Because let's just say you do hit it off. You get back, you get to talking to her, you get a few drinks in you or something like that. And then you exchange numbers. You end up talking, trying to hang out later, get to know her. Never know. Maybe, she may try to, come on to you. You may not be really even looking for a girlfriend, but let's just say she did do that. Let's say she come on to you. You end up hooking up. You end up getting engaged, possibly end up getting married. Now, where I'm going with this story is why I'm starting to do what I do is because I've been seeing way too many men end up in these situations or situationships or something of that nature that can cause them to pretty much lose everything, because the system don't care about the men. So you can get engaged or get married to one of these ruthless Jezebel women, one of these J-Bells out here, and you can lose half. And I've been seeing women initiate something like 70% of divorce, 75% of divorce. And I'm like, why ain't more successful men coming out telling people they're on the prowl? They're like raging wolves out here. Like, they are greedy. These women are trying to come up. They're looking for a high value 6 to 10% of men out here. You're riding around in the AMG. She's riding around in a lemon or a bucket. No shade, not talking down on nobody, but I'm just saying we have to look at the bigger picture here. What type of value do this woman bring to the table? I'm riding around like this. I'm successful. I've been working on myself, inside, outside, going to the gym, working out, spiritual, getting closer to God, and I want to bring a Jezebel into my life. Think about that. May not be the best move. Like, I'm just saying, like, some things you have to be aware of your surroundings. Yes, we want to party, we want to hang out, we want to have fun, but all in all, You have to be aware of your surroundings. You can have a snake in the grass. You can have a snake friend that may try to put you on a little Jezebel or whatever, because he ain't thinking. All he's thinking about is her box, her body. He just want to smash. And now if that spirit gets on you, and now you're acting like the people that you're around, because fools are going to act foolish. But if you're around a wise man, you're going to become wise. That is in the word. Don't be around foolish people, demonic people, smoking, drinking, hanging out, fornicating, and you're a successful guy that's headed down the road to destruction. You know how I know? Because I see too many men in court get with these silver suits. They're getting sued left and right. Then you see all these celebrities and these ball players having all these babies out of wedlock. They're not married. They got all these baby mamas. They're paying hundreds and thousands of dollars every month. Every month. They're paying hundreds and thousands of dollars due to these Jezebels trying to sue them. Because they're like, well, you know, he got the box. He knocked her up. I mean, yeah, it's unfortunate that it happened like that. And, but she can play victim and say, hey, look, this happened, that happened. I ended up with a kid. I'm going to sue this person, or this person got to owe her child support. They have made that a hustle. And I know a lot of guys do know that, but sometimes when you're successful or you're climbing the corporate ladder, or you got your own business, sometimes you can kind of tend to forget that a little bit. Sometimes you can say, well, I just fell into lust or temptation. And I get it. It's possible. It's possible. But if you're being warned to say, hey, man, don't go out trying to holler at every dime piece. We already know that majority of these women are looking for a high value man. I'm talking about, they know it's a limitation. It's a limit to how many of them it is. It's a limit to how many of them it is out there. So they're gonna hop on you like hotcakes, like on flies. They're gonna be all over you when you go out, riding around in a nice high-end luxury car like that. Handsome, know how to dress, probably tall, got a lot going on for yourself, just to lose it all like that. You know, and like I said, we're spiritual. We're supposed to be Christian guys, spiritual guys, or just good men out here, good leaders, protectors, and providers. We have to respect ourselves as well. And I think that's where we're losing the mark. We don't have a lot of good leadership out here to tell people that, hey man, you're successful, bro. Why are you out here doing things of the norm that you would see worldly people doing? If you're claiming to be spiritual, if you're claiming to be, you know, a good guy, you know, and we're not judging here. It's a judge-free zone here, but at the same time, I have to look at the common denominator. I keep seeing all these relationship channels. I keep seeing guys keep saying, hey man, don't get married. And I'm like, man, it's getting so bad out here. I remember back in the day, you know, if you came up in the world, you would build together. You can build together. Have a nice house, have a nice car, high-end luxury lifestyle, build with your woman, have your kids. Now, it wasn't all perfect. It all wasn't peaches and cream back then. But the early 2000s and the 90s, from what I can remember, it was way better. Fast forward to now, it's hot garbage, the dating market. And for being you're successful, you got everybody trying to get in your pockets, from family, friends, loved ones, or relationships. Stuff you got to watch out for at being a man. All they do is tell you to man up. They don't point you to God. I'm pointing everybody to God. That's who's going to save us. Not man. Don't ever run to man with all your problems, because all they're going to do is find an excuse not to help or tell you to man up. Now you're crashing out. You're going crazy. You got all this anxiety. You can't figure it out. And you got all this money. You got the car you want, the house you want, probably even got the girl you want, and you're still crashing out. It's because that you have an empty void in your heart. You don't have Jesus in your life. That's why, to help guide you and lead you through life, through the obstacles, the boundaries. You know, that's why you have to set standards, boundaries, and morals so people don't cross that line. It's a line there that shouldn't be crossed. A lot of people feel like they can run you over because you're a nice guy. But it's different from being a strong man and a nice man. See, if you're a pushover, you're just being a nice guy. But a good, strong man will set standards and boundaries and knows where to cross the line at. say, hey, I don't tolerate that disrespect. Can you please stop? Especially when it comes to women and dating. They see you have nice things. They want to see how much they can get out of you. Yeah, they want to see, oh, well, he's a nice guy. I seen you cashing out. You're always buying nice cars and clothes. You got a nice house. Well, I want some of that too. So I'm going to pretend like I love you and marry you. And then when I find the person I want, most women have a side dude anyway. They have a dude on the side. They have somebody they've been talking to, they've been rocking with for a long time. But you just so happen to come by. You already meet the requirements. You already crossed the finish line that she was looking for. See, stability is different from real, true love. When somebody truly loves you, they're going to respect you and be loyal to you. You know, you're going to show gratitude. Thoughtful. They go and get something to eat, even if it's fast food. They bring you back something. You know, that's why we got to put God first so we can use our discernment. Do not be unequally yoked out here with these J-Bells out here. All these Jezebels out here milking these dudes for their pockets, getting married and divorced. And it's just a shame that we are in this generation now. It's crazy, bro. Like, I'm like, what are we doing? This is the worst. This is one of the worst dating. Oh my goodness, dating is horrible. From what I can remember back in the day when I was in my dating days, you know, man, you can bounce around and date people, and you can find quality girls. Like, they weren't perfect. I'm not saying they were perfect, but you can at least have a conversation. You can at least be on the phone. This was before technology really hit that big. I remember when we had phones, we had you could only talk on the phone in the house. We had landlines. Like you had a cord phone. You had the wireless phones in the house. You can only talk at home. Then when cell phones hit big, it got crazy. Because social media came out, and then social media came out, and then it ruined everything. It ruined the dating market. I mean, it got crazy when cell phones came out, because we really didn't have smartphones back then. We still had the little flip phones. Then it moved over to smartphones. Then it moved over to social media, MySpace days, then Facebook, Instagram, Snapchats of the world. Now you got TikTok, some of the biggest platforms in the world. And it's sad because you have all these hundreds of dating apps, and nobody can find true love. So there's nobody knows how to be a traditional man or woman anymore in a relationship, because they don't want to put God first. Because it goes God, the man, the woman, then children. When you put the woman over God, you, everything, the woman first. The woman, that's where you can turn a woman off like that. It don't matter about the car. You met her in a nice whip, but all that starts to fizzle out after a while. She gets used to that. Now she wants more. And now she's expecting more, and for you to keep it up, because once you spoil a little woman, maybe you bought her a car. Maybe you bought her the same AMG you got. I just use these, analogies to create these stories so that we can understand that we can't stay stuck in our ways. We got to walk by faith, and we have to be smart and use our discernment. Like, when you see people that's struggling and you have became successful, they're going to do everything to get to you. So once they find out what you have, who you are, what you about, what you do, what kind of career you have, they know what type of money you're bringing in, what type of status you have. They're going to be all over you. But the problem is, where's the love? Where's God? Where's the love? You see what I'm saying? That's nowhere in the equation. I didn't even mention that yet. So it's about looks, money, and status. Where's the love at? You see? That's why we're not supposed to be unequally yoked. And I keep seeing successful men get done so wrong in the court system. Just in general, they get talked about really bad online, social media. Like, we have comparison. That may be for another whole video, when women try to compete with a successful man. Especially if you're spiritual, you should be able to see these things. You're close to God. You're supposed to know a Jezebel spirit woman. The J-Bells, we supposed to be able to point them out and say, hey, bro, that ain't what we rocking with over here. We trying to become successful, live our best life without all the anxiety, the problems, the dysfunction, the attitude problem, the pride, the ego. That's what a successful man got to deal with. He has to deal with all that. And you sitting here and you like, man, did I make a mistake by marrying this person? This person wants out. I didn't do anything wrong. I did everything right. You can do everything right. But when you marry that J-Bell, those women that just want you for your money, those gold diggers, this is the results. And we keep seeing it over and over. Successful men keep getting done so wrong in the court system. Like, all these divorces, all these families tore apart, all because of looks, money, or status, or they thought the grass was greener on the other side, bro. Like, I don't know. I mean, I don't even know what to even touch on too much more, because it's like, I tried to cover everything. I was like, okay, we know what to look for. We know some people like to go out, hang out. That's successful because some people want to show off their hard work. You know, you ain't worked that hard to get to the top to just sit back and never go out and enjoy it. You didn't make all that money to not enjoy it. But at the same time, we have to be wise as well. See, that's what happened when you're around wise people, you will become wise. And I know we do have a lot of educated, smart, spiritual guys out there that do know to stay away from that. But when you're so focused on your work, you can get so tied up in the work and long hours till you can slip. You can slip up. You can get used to having money, and it just feels like anything else after a while. You can get the favorite car you want. You can go get that new AMG, that 43, 63, 53, 600 horsepower, with the S, all 4MATIC, all-wheel drive. You can go get that. But sometimes you can slip up as well. You have a business, a career. What I mean by slipping up is you can get comfortable being like that. Like, you had it for so long. Yeah, it still can get stressful sometimes, because come great power, come great responsibility. So you have to move different. That's why some people that have a lot, they don't really be too flashy, because they like to go under the radar. Because if somebody knows that they have that, they know they can risk getting hurt, robbed, or something worse, or house broken into. They go under the radar. So they dress casual style. They don't really be all fluent. They don't really be braggadocious all out in public. They actually act mannerable, and they know how to carry themselves, especially when you're spiritual. You're Christian. Everything has to be done decent and in order. And you can't have a crazy, wild woman that's acting like a wild lioness on your shoulder. Everywhere you go, it's always arguing, fussing, fighting, and you're paying for everything. You bought her car. You bought the house for y'all to build in, but you can't get no respect, because respect is earned. This is another thing that may be another video as well. But we have to earn respect. If a woman don't do nothing to earn it or bring anything to the table, she's not going to really respect you like that. You get what I'm saying? Like, you can meet them, no matter if she's a baddie, she's a 8, 9, or 10. It don't matter. Like, some people, they rather have an average woman around a 7, 7.5 anyway. Because a 8, 9, or 10, they're just too toxic, too much drama. It's all about their pride and ego. You have to keep up with this luxurious lifestyle, this materialistic lifestyle. And even if you can do it, it's like money can't buy love. You have to earn that. That's why I was having a conversation with somebody about that. I say, hey, listen, I feel like if a woman doesn't bring something to the table, right? If a woman doesn't bring something to the table, like 50-50, then we had a conversation about 50-50. And if they don't do anything, they don't have no emotional ties, so they don't have no responsibility. They don't have no really deep connection or bond with this connection that you're in. So they can just up and leave at any time. If a man is taking care of all the bills, say, hey, no, you could be a stay-at-home wife. You don't got to pay nothing. I'll take care of everything. She can get used to that and spoil too. Now that's an entitlement there. Not saying that's right or wrong, but I'm just saying the experiences that I've seen, had, and heard about, it always goes back to the woman they don't really feel responsible to be there. Like they have to be there. Like it's like they're choosing to, which is you can't force nobody to do nothing. But if she's not bringing anything to the table, what is to keep her there? Nothing. She can just up and walk out. She can walk out, grab her red bottoms that you bought, grab her Mercedes AMG keys and walk out, and probably gonna take your Mercedes when you get a divorce. With the Tiffany teal blue seats or the orange peel seats. She's gonna take the house, both of your AMGs, and she gets half of everything. If you're a high value successful man, or you're climbing up the corporate ladder to become successful, or you just grind hard and you work really hard for what you got. You're a regular hard working guy, but you just kept going. You never gave up. They would take a regular guy that only make around 50 to 60K and take him to the cleaners. These J Bells, they're heartless. These gold digging women, these Jezebels, they're heartless. And it don't matter about talking to them. We need to go get counseling. If they don't have God in their heart, they don't have God in their mind, they have a godly mindset, and they're not corrupted by the world, and they have a worldly way of thinking. It's just sad, bro, to see all these guys getting divorced. I mean, you give them everything. You give them the AMG, you give them the house, you give them the kids, you give them the house with the picket fence, you got the yachts and the boats, you go on the trips, you go out to eat the 5-star dinner dates, you do all this stuff, and it still ain't enough. It's still not enough, because you can't. What I've thought about, I think I even wrote it down, right? It was along the lines of, you can bring somebody happiness, but you can't make them happy. Let me break that down for a second, what I mean by that. That just came across my mind. I was thinking about, yes, we can go out. This is bringing somebody happiness. Hey, you want to go out? You want to go chill? Want to go out to the movies? Want to go out to eat? Want to go do this? Want to go do that? That's bringing somebody happiness. Now, making them happy is something they have to do the inner work themselves. They have to do the self-improvement. They have to accomplish things in their life. They have to have goals, dreams, ambitions to bring that value in their life so they feel like they're doing something. If they don't, it's going to be an empty void. You have to put God first. You have to have goals, dreams. You got to set standards and boundaries so you will be a solid person. But we don't have that old mentality around like that. All the old grandmas, granddaddies, uncles, aunties, most of them are aged out or they all passed away. So they know the younger generation can't relate to them. They can if they sit down and listen, but everything is moving so fast due to technology. That's what's making it so hard to hold a steady relationship, because everything is moving so fast and everybody want to live a fast life. Nobody just want to sit back, take it all in, amen, and enjoy the sunrise, the sunset. Some people still do. Men still kind of do. But if you're successful, you're riding around in this new Benzo, this new Benz, and that gold digging woman see that, and you end up with her, she can ruin your life. And when I see these stories, I just have to touch on it, because it's just like somebody needs to talk about it. This needs to be a discussion for a successful man, spiritual successful man, and just flat out, just a hard working average guy. Everybody don't have to be high value, but we live in a society where so much competition, they put you in a box like you're like surrogate, or you're split up from, you can't come be with us unless you're successful, or we can't relate to you because you're not on our level. I don't believe in that. I treat everybody equal on spiritual, trying to live a good Christian lifestyle, but I just like to spread the message to good guys, spiritual guys, and Christian guys, just like guys in general, that's just a good man that serve the Lord and want a good woman and what to look for and what to stay away from. Do not be unequally yoked. If somebody just wants you for your pockets, that is not. I know they look good. I know you got the Instagram models. Some of them got the BBL queen, the BBL queens. You got the lip injections, the chest done, their hips done, their all the face injection, butt lip, Brazilian butt lips, BBLs. It's like we see all the worldly things that's going on. That is something I don't want to be. I don't desire to have a woman with fake nothing. But some guys are attracted to that. I can't tell you what you're attracted. It's subjective. Whatever you're attracted to, by all means, brother. But just make sure this woman is for you, and you know for a fact that she's for you. So I'm gonna leave it right there, and we're gonna touch on some more stuff soon, man. But this is a conversation that needs to be had, because being a regular hardworking guy or a successful man, spiritual guy, and you run into the wrong woman, she can ruin your life. And it's just a warning to the young guys, really. Because if you're already stubborn, stuck in your ways, you're not really going to really change too much. But if you're open, you open your heart, your eyes, and you use your knowledge and wisdom and discernment when a messenger comes and deliver these messages to you to say, hey, man, I get it. I'm going to do better. I'm going to continue to work out, eat healthy, self-improve my life so you can become the best version of yourself. And that's what I need to be, an average guy, successful, or just flat out becoming the best version of yourself. Because you're already ready. You're already that guy. If you know you're already on your way to the top. If you know you are self-improving and you are putting in the work, you deserve to have a good woman, a queen on your arms. You don't want one of these J-Bells, one of these gold-digging women to take you under for everything you got. You know, bought her a new car, and now she want to leave you and go be with Chad or Tyrone or Jose, you know, or Marcos. Like, it's crazy, bro, that the times we're living in, I don't know. We got a lot of work to do. We do. We got a lot of work to do, especially me. I got a lot of more messages to get out there. But I'm going to leave it right there. Thank you guys so much for dropping by, and God bless and stay praying.